Season 1, Chapter 6. Why Accountability Matters. Today's question: if the tools already exist, what's stopping us from using them? Welcome back. In our last chapter, we explored a new idea, right? That technology at its highest level isn't meant to entertain us. Let me say that again, because that's spiritual. Technology at its highest level isn't meant to entertain us. We're using technology at the lowest level. Right? It's meant to help us build, to connect communities, to move opportunity, to create alignment. But today, we have to confront something deeper. Because no matter how powerful the tool is, a tool cannot use itself. A system cannot move on its own. A platform cannot build a community. People do. And that brings us to a word many people avoid: accountability. Not the kind that blames, not the kind that point fingers, but the kind that asks one simple question: what is my role? Because it's easy to say the system is broken. It's easy to say that the opportunities aren't there. Nobody is helping. But what happens when the tool begins to exist? What happens when connection becomes possible? What happens when collaboration becomes available? What happens when the excuse is no longer excess, but action? That's where accountability begins. Not with pressure, with awareness. Think about this. Every strong community in history had one thing in common: people who chose to participate, not because they were forced, but because they understood something. That communities don't become stronger by observation. They become stronger through contribution. Some contribute ideas. Some contribute time. Some contribute resources. Some contribute leadership. Some contribute encouragement. But everyone contributes something. And when they don't, communities weaken. Not because people don't care, but because people assume someone else will. And that assumption has cost us more than we realize. Waiting, watching, hoping someone else fixes what we all see. But what if the shift isn't about more resources? What if the shift is about more responsibility? And what if the moment we're in right now isn't waiting on better systems? It's waiting on better participation. Because technology can create access, but it cannot create commitment. Technology can provide opportunity, but it cannot force engagement. Technology can connect people, but it cannot make them care. That part belongs to us. Before we close, I want you to sit with this for just a moment. If every person listening made one small decision to participate instead of observe, to contribute instead of critique, to build instead of wait, what would change in a week, in a month, in a year? And what would your community look like? Because movements don't begin with platforms, they begin with people deciding, I'm not sitting this one out. Is that what you decided today? If not, why? So before our next chapter, ask yourself, as I always do for each chapter, one question, one last question. What is my role in building something greater than myself? Because in our next conversations, we're going to be talking about something that's already changing everything around us. Artificial intelligence. Not to fear it, not to fight it, but to understand it. Because the people who prepare will not only survive the future, they will help shape it. Until then, don't just listen. Think. Don't just think. Act. Don't just act. Build. Because the future isn't waiting for us. It's being built by us. Again, if this chapter challenged you, subscribe. Share with someone, anyone, everyone who you know who believe change begins with people, not systems. And we'll see you in the next chapter. Some of us have never heard of digital ecosystems, why they're created, right? It's to bring peace of mind, remove the negativity from social media, right? So you have individuals who are investing $91 a month and up, right? Just for peace of mind, just for sanity, right? To remove all the negativity. And as we said before, digital ecosystems starts as low as $2.54. Whatever your budget, right? So just keep in mind, whatever your budget, you can be a part of an ecosystem where we provide you with services that no ecosystem globally can offer you and has offered you. All the services that we offer are in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you get all those services for $2.54. And we use half of those proceeds to solve community concerns. It's like apples and oranges, right? It's like 2 + 2 is 4. So digital ecosystems are typically expensive to build, maintain, and operate on a monthly basis. That's why some communities, though available, may temporarily be unavailable. So go to www.umyogossip.com. This is for content creators, their subscribers and followers, right? If that's not your community, you can explore communities that best fit your interest at umyonetwork.com, UMYO network.com. If you're unable to register, please let us know. To manage development costs, some communities may not yet be live, or may have registration temporarily disabled. We'll make that live for you, right? And also see descriptions for community incentives. We want you to know everything it is that we're doing. That means you got to go back to school, right? That means you got to read. They say we don't read. Say we don't like to read, right? If you have any questions, let us know. They said we don't like to read. The solution, the plan of action, right, to this cannot be given in a paragraph, cannot be given in a video, right? It's just a synopsis, right? But a plan of action, you have to read it, right? That way you're able to understand it. I say read it with a family member, right? But take the time to read or continue to go through the depression, the anxiety, the frustration, the division, the racism, you know what I'm saying, politics, all the BS that's out there. We can continue to go through that, or we can just take 20 minutes, right? Instead of watching a gossip video, just do that afterwards. I'm not saying don't watch it, just do it afterwards, right? But take the time, right, to read, because the future of our next and present generation depends upon what you do today. Listening. And how can we expect our younger generation to listen if they don't have good examples? How can we expect them to read if they don't see us reading, right? If somebody come to you with a plan of action and say we can do this collectively together with a step-by-step plan of action, and we don't read it, and yet we're still complaining, what's wrong with that picture? Okay. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Thank you for those who are registering. And if this conversation challenged you, right, the way you think, if it encouraged you to look beyond problems and begin exploring solutions, then we've accomplished our purpose. We didn't create this channel to become influencers or simply produce content for views. We created this channel to start meaningful conversations, to share ideas, and help people think differently about what's possible when communities work together. Our passion has always been building solutions, critical thinking. These conversations are simply an invitation for others to help build them with us. If you believe these discussions are worth hearing, subscribe and share. Turn on your notifications so you'll know when the next conversation is released. Each conversations build on the last, and together they tell a much larger story. And to every content creator, podcaster, influencer, pastor, educator, athlete, community leader, and organizations, I like to offer you a challenge, right? Dedicate just one day each week to sharing solutions with your audience. Not just problems, not just headlines, not just controversies, solutions. We love to show what partnership can look like, right? Including ways your audience may benefit through incentives, the way you can benefit through incentives, collaboration, and community building opportunities. We believe that the future won't be built through competition alone. It will be strengthened through partnership, right? Because when one community grows stronger, we all grow stronger. Until next time, don't just listen, think. Don't just think, participate. Don't just participate, build. Because the future isn't waiting for us. It's being built by us. We'll see you in the next conversation. Again, if this conversation made you think, subscribe. If it challenged your perspective, share it. And if it inspired you to become part of the solution, we'll see you in the next conversation.